The man unfolded the ruler with great effort, and then fixed the chewed gum on the top of the ruler. Then he slowly put it into the pit, and it triggered the phone screen. Jack smiled happily. He quickly entered the power-on password. However, because the ruler was too soft, he could not control it well. He entered it wrong 3 times in a row, causing the phone to lock the screen for 1 minute. He was helpless, but he had to take out the ruler to recover some strength. Because his right hand was nailed to the ground by the steel bar, he could only dial the phone inside. It was his only hope for rescue. What was more troublesome was that in half an hour, the timed blasting device outside would be activated, and he would definitely die at that time. Jack tried again, but he didn't expect that because he used too much force, the gum stuck directly to the phone. He had no choice but to soften another piece of gum and fix it. This time he was very careful. Fortunately, he entered it successfully in one go. He quickly called the police. However, the call was just connected, and the signal was suddenly cut off before he could explain the situation. Jack wanted to continue trying, but he didn't expect that he used too much force and directly poked the phone in. At this moment, Jack collapsed. He roared in anger. However, the constant broadcast outside reminded him that there was not much time left before the explosion. While he was hanging his watch, he happened to see a box stuck on it. He didn't know if there was anything useful inside. Jack endured the severe pain. He began to twist his body and took the box down with his feet after a long time of effort. Sure enough, Jack found a file inside. He looked at the lock above his head. His body was suddenly full of strength again. He began to saw the lock desperately and soon, he successfully sawed it open. Then he took out a ruler and used force till the toilet door was pushed open. However, the ruler could not withstand such a heavy force and broke directly. At this moment, the alarm sounded again outside. There were only 15 minutes left before the explosion. He didn't have much time left. Jack thought again and again. He took out a knife and prepared to cut off his injured arm. But in the end, he still couldn't do it. Jack picked up the rangefinder and suddenly had some ideas. He took out the lighter on his body, then took off his pants, wrapped the pants around the hammer, lit them with the lighter, and threw them out. He hoped that outsiders would find this place.